Please don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell for future videos. Thank you.
Hey, what's up guys? Houston here. For those of you just finding my YouTube channel, welcome. Please remember to hit that subscribe button and that bell. Now, this video is awesome because for many of us, we have been having some challenges getting access to the PPP loan. Well, what just happened with the Biden administration has definitely changed the playing ground for us. And I'm going to tell you another reason some of you all had been getting denied for the PPP loan and had nothing to do with your business. So stick with me. First things first, okay, with the new rules on the PPP, you can have no employees up to 20 employees, okay? That's the new rule now. And it's going to go inactive for the next 14 days, all right? For the next 14 days, you can have no employees up to 20 employees in order to get qualified for the PPP, all right? So, because this was something that was making it harder for people. They were like, well, it's just me. So you being an independent contractor or a solopreneur or something like that, you wasn't getting qualified for the PPP. Well, now they're changing the game up to help you get qualified. The sad part about it, they're only doing 14 days window so that people in this here category, that they can get access to this funding. Now, here's something that you all have to understand. They have the 2019 or the 2020. So you can use your 2019 or your 2020 taxes to get access to the PPP, okay? So with the PPP, it goes off of your net profits, okay? Since it goes off your net profits, it's 2.5 times your net profits. So that's how they're going to decide. So you can choose whether you want to use your 2019 or your 2020 in order to get qualified for this, okay? So they're really trying to make it easier for us as solopreneurs, small business owners with less than 20 employees to actually get this funding. And like I said, some of you all had everything else in place, but there was one thing that was stopping you from getting the PPP loan. So just stick with me because I'm going to break that down as well. Now, talking more about what's going on with the PPP, you have up to 24 weeks to use that money. You have to use at least 60% of it toward payroll type of activities, okay? You have to use at least 60% up to 60% of it, and that's in order to get it forgiven, okay? If you want it forgiven. Now, here's another thing. If it's not forgiven, they're charging you an interest rate of 1% to pay it back, all right? Now, I also told you all that your local state, your local city and state governments, okay, they also have money for small businesses. There's a lot of grant facilitators out there as well that are constantly, they have money, but they're just not telling you. So what you have to do, you have to probably reach out to your local alderman or city council or your local community development center and ask them about these grants. And again, I know some of these people are sitting on this money because they're trying to hold out for their friends or whatever. And I know that. I know that's happening in the community where it's making it harder for other people to get access to this funding that really need it. So I understand that. But at the same time, just keep in mind that there is funding other than this federal money. Okay, so don't just feel like you're left out. Now, here's something. If you was a felon, right? So say that you was a felon. If you had a felon? If you had a felon and you had no frauds, no fraudulence on your felony, okay? Now you will be able to qualify for the PPP. So you started a business, but you had a felon or whatever, a dope charge or something like that or whatever, you know, some of the reason I'm saying dope charge, because in the black community it's prevalent. It's one of the biggest things they used against us to keep us from qualifying for jobs and stuff like that. And I'm not going to get political, but this is just something that they did to actually hurt us to get economically to be able to take advantage of the economics that was available to us. Okay, so that's the reason I'm making that statement. All right, so I'm not trying to get political, it's just facts. All right, now here's the thing about it. Now, if you are a non-resident, if you're holding a green card and you have a business, you'll be able to qualify for the PPP loan as well. So some of these changes are going to start in March, at the beginning of March. All right, some of them are going to start again. This is going to be rolling out to 24, okay? So which is basically tomorrow that some of these changes is going to roll out. But at the same time, again, here's one more thing that had been stopping a lot of independent contractors, small business owners from getting qualified for the PPP, and even like a lot of tax preparers and stuff, they didn't even know this. Here's the thing. If you had a student loan, okay, and you default, then it disqualified you for the PPP. That's the reason that you wasn't getting a loan. And like when you ask, hey, how come I didn't qualify or whatever, and they wouldn't tell you, well, you defaulted on a student loan. They wouldn't give you a legitimate reason. But for a lot of independent business owners and stuff, besides being a felon or whatever, if you had a student loan that was serviced by the federal government, a federal government student loan, should I say, then if you defaulted on it, you didn't qualify for the PPP, okay? Well, they just changed that. So even if you defaulted on your student loan, that will not disqualify you for the PPP loan. And I think a lot of people in the community, this has been one of their biggest obstacles, because nobody would tell them this. All right. Well, now they actually addressed it, and so now this is no longer going to be an issue. You being a felony with no fraud is no longer going to be an issue. So they're really trying to make it easier. Again, for those of you just finding my YouTube channel, welcome. Please remember to hit that subscribe button and that bell. If you want to learn more about, because I put out a lot of videos and stuff, but if you're trying to learn more about how to set up your business and everything like that, then there's a link below for you to get access to the free business credit video. So this is Houston with 3-Way Funding. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Thank you.